first thing when I said this to Mark right after the game, it was a heck of a college hockey game to watch. It was a fabulous game to watch. Bizarre that they score so late in the second period and then we come right back and score again. And I think that was obviously, if they could have got out of the period up, we would have been down a little bit. We had lost the first period and we come back and won the second period, which was big when we got that goal. I guess it was Kirk's goal. 8 seconds left in the period on the power play. I thought everybody played hard. I thought both teams really played really smart hockey and real intense hockey. You could tell that Merrimack knew that this was it for them. They had to get going. They put 42 shots on net, 20 in the second period. They kept coming at us all night long. I thought the best we played was once we tied it up at the end of the second. We come out and played pretty well in the period. Played a real smart game, and then we really played very well when they pulled the goal. I don't think we gave them many chances, and we played pretty good D-zone coverage in that situation. And we chipped it out instead of going for the goals. Sam Kirky gets a couple, I think he got a power play goal anyways, and I thought he gave us a heck of a game. I thought that, our first two lines have been scoring all second half, last month for sure. The Adels line's still on fire. It's nice to see Case and Holman's line pick it up as well. And it's nice to see Wade Megan and Case play as well as they did in the power play tonight, because they moved the puck pretty well in the power play. So all in all, I was very, very pleased with our overall effort. Kind of felt weird tonight that this is my last game in a BU rink. It hasn't dawned on me didn't dawn on me in the press conference because I knew I had to go practice the next day, but it was weird. But it was nice to win. We really came down the stretch pretty well, played it very well at home. And now go see if we can continue our season. It's nice to get a 21 season again. So. Questions?
Well, your third line gave you 2 goals tonight, plus Matt Lane almost had another one. What was going right for them tonight?
I think that, as I said the last couple of weeks, they've been playing a lot more because we're playing 3 lines and spot in the fourth. And I think they're just confidence levels just keep getting better and better. Sam Kirk is playing on that line. He's also playing the power play now. That gives him a lot of confidence. Benny and Lehner have been killing penalties all year long, so they get plenty of ice time now. So now that they feel like they've caught up to the first 2 lines as far as what the 3 of us are contributing towards the production as well as towards the outcome.
Yeah, you said it was kind of weird coaching your last game at BU Green. Was there anything kind of that stood out that?
No, it didn't dawn on me until the game was over, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. When they said you want to say something to the crowd, it just didn't hit me until I didn't think of it until they said you want to say something to the crowd. And my first thought was, for what? And then I realized, oh yeah, you won't cross here again.
What do you think about it now?
I think all good things must come to an end. I think that Oscar Wilde once said that some people cause joy wherever they go, others whenever they go. So I might be, some of my guys might be German when I finish up here.
Well, obviously you had 5 defense plus running, but it seemed like the guys were getting a little tired there at the end, but you had Escobedo playing those last 2 minutes. Let's talk about his effort defensively all night.
Yeah, I think that, down the stretch, Scooby got an awful lot of ice time, because now we're in the defensive mode, and we're protecting a little bit of the lead. We did a good job in our forecheck, changed it up a little bit and played a little bit more passive forechecking, not to give it any jumps. I think we did a good job. But Scooby was immense in that 6-on-5 too. I thought he was great, making some big plays, chipping it out and getting it out for us. He's had a heck of a senior year. No question about that.
Do you know yet if Noonan's going to be ready for next week, or will you evaluate that later?
Do
you know if Noonan will be ready for next week?
No, we won't. We won't find out till probably Thursday. See how he feels. But right now he's probable. Is that what they'd say in the NFL?
Yeah.
Plausible maybe is a better word.
For 40 years, your seniors every
Say it
year.
again, will you? I know.
For decades, your seniors, for all that time, every year, they reach a point when it's one and done for them. But you really haven't faced that since 1968, in a sense.
Yeah.
Does that occur to you? Do you think, because often you've been pretty philosophical when the season's come to an end. Do you think you're feeling
Well,
good about it now?
the same exact thing will happen. As I've said many times over the years. The only team that wins the last game of the year is the national champion. Everybody else loses their last game of the year. And when it happens, it's like somebody shot you in the head. And because you're going so hectic, it's 24/7 from September till that last game. And when that last game is over, there's no practice tomorrow. So I'll have the same feeling as I did before. The thing is that we don't practice next October, And I don't think that really dawned on me yet.
What does it do for a team when a guy like Kirk or Rosen, who don't have a lot of goals this year, what does it do for the confidence at this time of year that those guys are chipping in as well?
I think the team has been real confident in them lately, even though they haven't been putting up numbers because they've been playing so well. And it's nice to see them contribute. As I say, they feel better about their game when they're putting some goals on the score sheet as well. But they know they're important to our team.
Nice to be able to wrap up one of these series in 2. It seems like you haven't gone 3 the last.
I can't remember the last time we won it in 2. Did we ever win it in 2 here?
06.
06. Yeah, I was really thinking this morning, I don't want to go Sunday. I really don't want to go Sunday. Now we don't have to. Go see my boat tomorrow.
Can you reflect on some memories of home games? The sort of memorable moments. Obviously, Travis would be up there, but
I guess I'd reflect on, just because we're in the playoffs here, home game playoffs. I'll never forget 2 years in a row we played BC at Walter Brown Arena. Terry Mahar, Ricky Mahar, and all those guys were there. In fact, did anybody know if Ricky Mahar was in the house tonight? Did anybody see Mike Ariziano?
Yes.
Well, if Ricky wasn't right next to him, then he wasn't here. But I heard he was coming down. In any event, I think one game was 4-3 and one game was 8-7. Joey Mullen. They were unbelievable games 2 years in a row. BC had great teams. And then, of course, the next year we played them in the national finals. So they had fabulous teams in those years. And those 2 games really, I'll never forget those 2 games. That's a long time ago in Walter Brown. Last year's series with UNH, where we had to, 2 out of the 3 games went to overtime, and so it was a grind that one too. But we've had a lot of great moments in the quarterfinals of Hockey East. I still would like to figure out in the future, how Joe can figure out how we can get fans in these buildings, because all our students are gone. It's almost like we got to talk to the presidents and change the spring break. It would be nice. They missed a good game tonight, I'll tell you. I'd also like to give credit to Merrimack. They had a hell of a season, and within the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, they were in first place. They were, and it's unbelievable how tight this league is. And now they was a really hard-fought game that they easily could have won. They don't extend their season now; they have to go home. So. I think you got to give them an awful lot of credit for battling the way they did. I really like their team, and Mark has done a fabulous job there. And I think somebody mentioned last night about our record here against them is now 14-1 or something.
That's 17-1 and 3 in the last 20 or something.
Here?
Against, yeah. One loss in 21 games.
I'm going to tell you, every one of them seems like they were like tonight. So it seems like they're all Tom Laws and tough games. And really tough games. So I take my hat off to that team, the way they performed all year, not just the way they performed.
Yeah, since Monday, I assume you've heard from a lot of old players, former guys coaching against. Is anybody special that you heard from, or surprising, or names like that?
Oh, I don't know. If I said this guy was special, the rest of them wouldn't. They were special. I think every one of them was nice to get an email or a call.
A lot of people?
Yeah. Even my brother Bob, which is unusual.
You're happy to guarantee yourself at least one go around in BC?
Yeah, I think that's nice that we get to play them. I don't know if Jerry will be back, or he's not. But BC has always brought out the best in us, and vice versa. I think it should be a real great college hockey game. I would like to. We can't end their season, but I would like to extend ours by getting to the final. That's for sure.
All right, thanks.